Good morning guys, it's Jenny here once again from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just thought I'd do a quick share of some of the books that I've picked up on my charity shop and second-hand bookshop rounds over the last few weeks. I've been meaning to do this for ages, but time's just run away with me. So it's just a matter of going through different things that to look for and the ideas I'm going to use them for, and whether or not you to give you an idea of what to look for when you're out and about on your rounds too. So first and foremost, I think I showed these just recently on Instagram. It's always worth having a look at the old magazines, because I picked these little beauties up just the other day. They were about 80p each, and this one, for instance, is dated from June 1959. But just look at the front, just look at, it's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful image, and it's filled to the brim with lovely old adverts for DIY things and different cartoons, and it's just absolutely worth every penny. And I was thinking about doing a large sort of art and craft householdy book. I've seen people like Diane Hubert do those, and I think she calls them her Homebodies range, and they're fabulous to look at, really nice to use, and a lovely size. So I think this will be absolutely brilliant. That's one of those. And then this one is falling to bits, so I have no qualms about using the front to put on a journal cover. That one's from May 1958. But if you just have a look at the lovely, again, lovely adverts inside, they'll just be really useful to make just interesting pages inside the journal as well, or for decoupage as backing. So that's, how fun is that? How fun is that? So that's well worth having a look at the old magazines and things. And I went into one place recently where they had Vogue magazines going right back to the 80s, but I just didn't have time to have a look, and they were at 20p each, so I'm going to have to rush back and have a look. Also, I've picked up quite a few books. I showed this on Instagram the other day, but I just picked this up because I hadn't seen the story, this novel, but I just love the cover. I love the cover, and I think that's going to have to be maybe on front of a mini journal filled with vintage ladies. It doesn't have any pictures in or anything, but that's really nice. And I think this one here, if I bought it, look at the beautiful images inside. So it's a lovely, you wouldn't need to do much with that, to be honest. Just fix it up a little bit and perhaps add some lace. That would be a really nice cover, I think, for a pretty journal. What have I got here? I picked some more up. I liked these colours actually, because I really want to do some afternoon tea inspired journals, and I think this would be a lovely, with a beautiful teacup, vintage teacup and bits and pieces. It would be a really nice cover for a journal. It's really substantial. Don't know what I'd do with the innards, but just look at how lovely that is, and lovely colours. So I think I'll be using that. This one is just a really pretty little book, and I think this was 20p, and this will be worth, I think, again, I'm going to use the cover for to make a afternoon tea inspired journal, but the little bits and pieces in them actually inside will be worth just taking to bits and popping in a little home household hints kind of book. And this one, again, this is all about language. I think I've got two of these because I really like the idea of the actual book tells you where we get the origin of the different sayings that we have. So I've got one to read, and I've got this one to actually collage on and use to make a journal with. But again, very useful. I think it's about 20p I paid for that. Now I bought this one because I love the colours. I love the very modern florals inside. But what I wanted to sort of say to you is, never forget once to take off the have a look underneath the dust jacket, because when I took this off, I was pleasantly surprised to find this lovely design. And I think, do you know what? Maybe just with a little title plate. I don't think I need to do much more with this to make a lovely journal. It's a nice size and that's absolutely beautiful. And again, I think this was about 20p I paid for that. But always look underneath. Always have a little look and see what's underneath. Got some more here. Got some more just to share with you. This is a really quite a very old book. I don't know what I'll do with it, to be fair. It's quite battered, and but I love the illustrations inside and the colours. Just really be nice to use, or even just to cut out, I think, and put onto journaling cards or to decoupage onto pages. How pretty is that? Absolutely gorgeous. And the lovely colours. Don't know how this goes back to. It only has a thing about not being for sale in New Zealand, or doesn't really have a date on it. No date on that. Yeah, it's quite an old one. It's quite an old one. Oh dear. That won't be very good. Okay. Right. This one here I picked up. It's just a really nice size. Oh, it's the Mary Berry Book for Life, I think. I don't know what I'd do with it. I was going to read it. Oh, I might just take it to bits, to be honest, whilst I've read it. And that'll make it. It's a really quite a lovely size. And again, that was about 20p, and I really like the colour on that. This was a part of a little stash given to me by one of the helpers at my daughter's school. They were getting rid of a lot of older books, and she said she just thought of me and gave me a few to have a look at. But I just thought, I love the cover, and it's filled with these tiny little illustrations, what I think would be lovely just to use on cards, or just really pretty. So that's that one. This is, I think, yeah, it was a book I picked up just for the cover. Just for the cover. I love this. I love that. It's so useful. It's a lovely size. It's really, really sturdy. And again, I think it was about 20p, but that's going to be lovely to actually cover. This one here, always have a look for the Reader's Digest condensed books. There are quite a few of them around, and they make lovely, lovely covers for journals. This one I'll probably leave more or less as it is, and I'm thinking I love the grey and white. Probably go quite shabby chic with shabby chic images in greys, white, ecru, that sort of thing. But again, it wasn't a lot of money, and I think there are, I've had a quick look, there are a few interesting little illustrations inside. And on these ones you can often find, how pretty is that? Some lovely 1960s fashions and illustrations in these. So that's these sort of things, the Reader's Digest condensed books, they're always worth looking at. Oh, here we go again. Picked some more. Again, this was an interesting one. I just like the colours on it. It's quite a historical book, and interesting kind of medieval type images on it. And it's let's see how old it is. 1964, A Holiday History of Britain. It's got some, I think it's got some interesting bits and pieces inside. But I just thought, what an interesting cover to use as is, really. This was a little something I picked up in a bookshop just the other day. I think it was £1, but it's just got some lovely illustrations in it. If you can see, I might in the light, I have to turn things around a little bit. Hold on. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know if that makes a difference. If that's any better. Is that any better? Oh! Don't want to be any shadow. There you go. It gives you a bit of an idea, does it? There you go. So just to show you some of these beautiful images, and that was just £1, and the it's like a diary, but it's not got a year on it. So those would just be nice journaling pages, to be fair. But just how gorgeous is that? And it's filled with little snippets as well. It's got recipes in, beautiful line drawings too. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So I was really pleased with that. Very pleased indeed. Make a lovely sort of day book. So again, always have a quick look through. It looked quite ordinary just on the front, but that was well worth picking up. This one here is quite a modern book. I think that was 75p, but I like the idea of just these pages to be used in any journal. I think could be quite nice just for decoupaging on, or for yeah, I think for decoupage, maybe making little postcards and things. That's a nice afternoon tea image. Perhaps tea dyed, that could look quite pretty. Some of them are a bit dated, but I think it's going to be a useful book. Yeah, it's going to be a little useful book. How pretty is that? How pretty is that? So that was that one. What else have I picked up? Oh yes, let's move that one. Here we go. Another. This is another one, just another 20p jobby. House Rules, but when I opened it up it was gorgeous, and on the under the dust cover was this little design. That was a really lovely surprise for 20p. So again, to make a journal, a little image on there perhaps, they don't have to do much with it, it's already done. On the inside, the end pages are lovely, and it's just got, look at these lovely little images. They'd be nice taken out again into your for my, or what's the word, afternoon tea. Making nice tags or little journaling cards with these little images, or just to pop in to like the little home craft DIY type book. How lovely would those be? So very pleased with that. A big fairy story book. Don't quite know what I'm going to do with this. I might take it to bits, but the illustrations are absolutely beautiful. They really are. How pretty is that? So yes, I think that was another one for the 20p pile. I also found this one. I was quite surprised because it's a country diary series. Did not realise that they managed to they marketed this sort of idea to death really back in the 80s. But it's a knitting book, against a nice size. I may well actually just I will take this to bits and use it as a bigger journal. One of the DIY sort of covers that I looked at earlier on would go nicely on that. But it actually has inside all these different knitting patterns, and these quite well, they're quite twee images. I don't know, well, how 80s is that, but a couple of the images like that is really, really pretty. Tea dyed, that might look okay, but I just thought, well, do you know what, it's just got little snippets here and there that could be quite useful. So I picked that up as well. How pretty is that? So there's that one, and finally, very finally, I showed these a few weeks ago, these paper packs from B&M, but I wanted to share with you an idea that I had, because I picked up, I think these were about 20p each, these 1970s dress patterns, and what I thought I'd do is cut them out to decoupage, but I wouldn't mind popping them on a front of a mini journal, 1970s inspired themed mini journal, and popping them on something like that. It's beautiful, vibrant. See that? Some of these, perhaps that and that, maybe even the green cut out on here would look absolutely beautiful. And I think I shall be doing some of those for my Etsy shop. And then I picked this out as well, that particular one. But I think, can you just see that decoupaged on there, on a little mini journal? Perhaps that one as well. So that's it really. That's just a few of the bits that I've picked up recently, and you will be seeing in my project over the next few months. I hope you found it useful. If you like what you see, please leave a comment, like and subscribe. I also post on Instagram most days, and I also have a Facebook page, so it'd be great to have you along joining my journey. Take care guys, bye bye.